G'day folks, Spackman here. Thrilled to be here with you once again. Today another video. Again, Queen Charge Lava Loon. I'm loving it. One with Quake, one with just Wall Breakers, both from yours truly. I'm not trying to make this all about me, but these two wits from the same war, massive overkill and even some swag. I couldn't, they had to get shared. So here we are. So this was against LP2 Ares, a decent war clan in their own right, but it was a comfortable victory. So the first one was against their number one, Jackhammer, and I believe he got Jackhammer. This was, sorry mate, but this was a convincing victory. Both were, I'm going to start this, getting it a little bit started already. Both were cleanups. This was a 95% 2-star. So typically you're not going to try and clean this up unless you really see something or it's the end of the war. But I really did see something. So we start off here getting the queen, the king on the right and the quake down there. So you see where I've quaked there. The intention is for my queen to have access to not one, not two, but all three infernos. My king's going to funnel perfectly and lure the clan castle down. I've got a wizard on the left there, and I'm going to soon drop some loons and baby dragon once my queen gets a bit further in to help funnel the queen perfectly inside. So as you can see here, the king's setting up that part of the funnel, and I did have an idea obviously of where all the Teslas were and whatnot because this was a cleanup, and hence I'm dropping those loons there as I was. So the clan castle gets lured, which is brilliant. We take that expo down, air defense down, and the queen has no problem at all now in dealing with this clan castle without needing any rage or anything of the like. The clan castle and the inferno is just basically like a little pinprick. It's not even hurting the queen at all, especially with the healers on her. So rage through this first area, especially with the water on her. And that's going through there. Then in a second we'll rage again to deal with the queen and everything there. But in this queen charge, obviously, we're getting 2 air defense. We're getting the queen. We're getting the eagle artillery, the warden, the clan castle, 3 infernos, and 2 expos. It's incredible value. Plus, you know, a bunch of other various defenses here and there. Started some cleanup on the left already, as you can see there with the minions. And I'm going to pause it here for a second. So obviously the Lalo comes around clockwise starting at 12 o'clock. And the reason, and I plan the whole thing pretty carefully. I try and be as precise as I can in these. My intention is for the slammer to activate the town hall. There is also, by the way, 2 Teslas up top here near this wizard tower. And I pre-haste that area and then deliberately also freeze the sweeper air defense and expo so that my loons aren't affected as much by that sweeper, and also to give the slammer a little bit of extra life as it goes through that area. So that goes through. Slammer's on the go. There's only 1 hound as well with this because of the fact that everything's defended and there's no air defense in the area for the moment. It's just so many loons. Ridiculous. So sweeper's out of action. Tornado is completely useless. 2 billion loons in the area. Hounds down, taking damage, you know, for the air defense there. Loons here, some hasted loons at the bottom right, and some final few loons to drop later on in the final archer tower just down below there. Meanwhile, we've had cleanup going on left, right, and center, and this is just absolutely smoked. You know, we got enough loons here to bloody repopulate a country at the moment. It's ridiculous. And anyway, that was the first replay. Let's get into the second. Also, I don't know if it sounds like I'm talking quietly or not. I feel like I am. Reason being, legitimately toddlers next door, and I don't want to wake her, but I want to get this video done. Such is life at the moment for yours truly. So this hit was also a cleanup, although I'd planned it beforehand. Someone just happened to plan a hit on the same base, and unfortunately for them failed, but conveniently for me, because I could still use my plan, I guess, it was a 2-star. So I managed the Teslas, didn't affect my plan, and the clan castle just gave me a bit of a heads up. Anyway, so the plan is here. I'll pause it for a second to get my queen into this passageway right up the guts of the base, because already she has access to this eagle over here, but she'll have access to the Inferno, both sweepers, 2 expos, the queen, air defense, etc. And then I'd have my slammer coming in up the right hand side into the town hall, and then Lalo the rest anti-clockwise. Was a wall breaker fail? Almost, with this, and I had to adjust on the fly, because let's bring up this Inferno here. I thought I could break down these walls next to the wizard tower right here without the Inferno destroying my wall breakers. Wasn't to be. Also, I'll quickly pause it just in case people were wondering about that funnel to start off with. I had the P.E.K.K.A go on there, and then also the Giant to protect the Queen for a bit, because you'll see I still haven't yet dropped the healers, and the reason for that is I wanted them to avoid the Inferno path as long as possible, as well as also stay out of range of that original air defense. Anyway, so Wallbreaker failed. I'm like, so I dropped my last 2 and rage, and they just catch the edge of it. Absolutely clutch, break open that wall there. So in the end, the Queen passed into that compartment, which I was trying to avoid, because as you can see by the end of this raid, the Inferno on the left there has just absolutely destroyed my healers. But no massive deal. I still dropped the Slammer as planned, because in the end it starts tanking all the damage from this Warden here, which was pretty key, as the Warden damage is just disastrous to the Queen at times when you have everything else going on. So despite the fact that the Queen passed slightly wrong and it was almost a wall breaker fail, everything sort of still ends up okay. So once this Queen's dealt with this particular area and that sweeper's down, I'll pause it now, she ends up coming back round and actually still deals with that Inferno, which is really fantastic. So as you can see here, the percent is really stacking up, which I was hoping it would. And this Town Hall's activated, perfect timing. And then again, I think we have another 3 billion loons this time around coming in right at this Town Hall, hasted through under the Warden's ability. And then this area gets frozen, and that last Inferno tower's down. And at this point, I've got a haste and a freeze left over, a few minions and a archer, and I realise there's so much time on the clock, and I just waited out. So again, just a short little video. Wanted to get these videos out there, these replays out there, because I was just so happy with the amount of value that these hits got. I was really, really proud of them. I haven't had this much overkill, let alone in a 6-pack, in a long while. So there you go. Enjoy. Hope you liked it. Please do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this with your clan mates if someone wants to learn some of these hits, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.